What's up, people? Welcome back to Dev Webby, and today we are gonna learn about traits in PHP 7. So, by the way, excuse me for the background music. All right, let's move on. So, a trait is a group of methods that can be inserted into classes. Let's write this down. A trait is a group of methods that can be inserted into classes. Uh, Traits were added into PHP in the version, if I'm not mistaken, 5.4, and it's getting better and better by enabling the code by reusing it without adding any complexity that comes from allowing multiple inheritance. So, we can say next traits are defined with the trait keyword followed by a code block. I will show you guys an example later on. So this naming convention is the same as for the classes that each typical words are initially capitalized. The code blocks the code blocks may only contain static and instance type of methods. So an example of a trait code block, basically assume we have a trait which we use the keyword that I said over here to define by a trait keyword is a group of methods that can be inserted into classes. So instead of, let's say, you write public class in the your file name, you can say trait, you can say, uh, let's say, print functionality. Functionality. And you open the curly brackets, you close the curly brackets, and you create a public function. And you want to name your function by saying my print or something. Uh, and you open a couple blocks here, and what do you want to print into this function? Whatever you want this function to do is basically we want to print out to say hello YouTube. Hello YouTube. See public function my print. Basically we want this function to work and we want it to print as in hello YouTube. The classes that are needed, the functionality that a trait provides can include it with the use of a keyword. Basically this, the trait keyword. The traits methods then behave as if they were directly defined in that class. So basically assume we are using a class right now. We say class, my class, my class, and you open curly brackets, close curly brackets, and you want to insert the trait method, right? We want to use this code block right here. So we'll say use print functionality. That's all. Semicolon, and the class will close its code block. And we want to create a new variable to initialize our class. So we say assume we have a variable x, and we'll say new my class to run the class at first, initializing. So then we'll say variable x is my print whatever is this, whatever is our function name, to print out. And you know what this is gonna print? Let's find out. Let's go to our browser. Let's reload, and it will print out hello YouTube. So it will print out hello YouTube. That's all. That's how you use traits in your code. And this is how you use initialize whatever is a code block into like a different type of classes. A class may use multiple traits by placing them in a comma separated list. Similarly, a trait may be composed from one or more other traits. You can say like that. So I hope you guys understand this. I just want this video to be short, and we will move on into inheritance and traits altogether for our last step. So I will see you guys on to the next video.